Hello there. Welcome to A Simple Cook. My name is Mike, and today we're going to do pasta with a tomato and basil sauce. This is a very simple dish. It only requires a few ingredients. One of the things that will help you when you cut onion, first of all, stand up straight when you cut. Don't hunch over. But second of all, lay the cut side down on the board and facing away from you as much as possible, and keep that onion, that cut portion of the onion, away from you. The other part is to have a very sharp knife, because if your knife is dull, what will happen is that it will crush the flesh of the onion, and that will make it release its juices. I don't do this is diced, that's not. I'm not playing with that. So you can do what you want, not knocking anybody, but yeah, I don't fool with that. So keep it away from you until the last possible second. Stand up straight. Keep a sharp knife. Hands. Never mind. So we've got diced tomato there, or diced onion there, and this calls for garlic in whatever amount you choose. Want to get rid of the stem, as if you would. And I'm just going to put these in whole. That will give you a flavor of the garlic, but it will be milder than if you were to cut them up or really crush them in some way. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I have my pan on here getting hot. And I have a pasta pot here. It has a little cauldron type of deal. I have salted this water until it, in my estimation, is close to what the level of salt in the sea might be. That's instruction for doing that, is that. So we're going to let the pan heat up a bit, and then we'll go to work. All right, what we're going to do, I think my pan is hot enough. I'm going to put some oil in that pan. Once again, we're going to swirl it around so that we coat some of the edges and the bottom of the pan with oil. Then what we're going to do, and I'm using a light olive oil, nothing expensive. Or anything of the sort. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and some pepper in that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this onion until it is soft, kind of soft. And then we'll move on. You don't need much. I don't need it to be completely cooked because this is we're going to soak that. We're going to cook this for 20 minutes at least once we get need a little bit more oil in that pan. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw the garlic in. We're not going to leave it there for very long at all. But I want to start to smell it. Let me get my yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. Let's let it go. I'm going to let it go a little bit more. Then what we're going to do, I don't want the garlic to burn. So now what we're going to do is this is a 28-ounce can of plum tomatoes. Whatever your favorite brand. Doesn't matter. We're going to pop these in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a potato masher. I used to squeeze these, but then I saw somebody do this. I don't remember who, when they were making a pasta sauce. And it makes sense because with tomatoes, these suckers go every flipping where. What is that? That's like a bay leaf or something. No, it's I don't want that in there. But anyway, we're gonna mash that. And I'm not going to add any salt right now. I will add salt and seasoning toward the end. What I don't want is, what's going to happen is we're going to cook this down. Turn the heat up just a hair. We're going to cook this sauce down. We're going to cook this down for 20 minutes or so. And if I put a lot of salt in this, what will happen is that everything, as we cook this dish down, everything in here, all the flavors in here will begin to intensify. They'll get stronger and stronger. There's a word for it, and I can't remember what it is. But when I reduce this down like this, it'll concentrate. That's the word. All the flavors in this dish. And it will also concentrate the salt. It's why you don't put salt in like a chicken stock or a beef stock or something like that, because you don't want, I'm going to add some cracked pepper. You don't want it to concentrate and end up being a big salty mess. that nobody wants to eat. So what we're gonna do, let's see, what's my pasta water looking like? It's almost ready to go. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna turn this down and I'm gonna watch it because I'm not used to this stove. And if it doesn't start to stop boiling and start to simmer, then I'll keep stirring it down. But I just want it to simmer. We're gonna simmer here for 20 minutes. But what we're gonna do is we'll be back when the pasta water starts to boil and we drop that. The pasta water is close, and you see, can already see that it's been reduced down quite a bit. Hold on, let me see if I can. That's somebody practicing or shooting or sighting in, something like that. By the way, happy Easter, everyone. I know this will air the day after Easter, but okay. My pasta water is boiling. I'm going to set it over here. You should always carry a pocket knife. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to use this whole bag because my family will not eat this whole bag. So we're going to put quite a bit of it in there. That should be way more than clean. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank that open. I'm going to take my gotta watch that. Gonna take that. I'm gonna stir that in so that the starches in the pasta don't cause it to stick. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of a lid on that. And the thing of it is what you should understand. You know, there's gonna be a lot of people that will say to me, "Well, why don't you just put a little bit of oil in that water?" No. I know that French cooks do it all the time, and home cooks do it all the time. But the way that you should eat pasta, according to the people that invented it, okay, this type of pasta, Italian, an Italian cook would never put oil in their pasta water. Not your Italian grandma, your mom might, but because what you want is you don't want this swimming in this sauce. You want this sauce to coat every little bit of that noodle. It should be just a thin coating where the whole noodle has flavor from this sauce. And so if you, all right, I'm gonna stir this some more because I'm pretty sure if I don't, it'll stick because this pasta pot's not big enough. I need a big, huge one, but I don't have it. Um, I'll have the room on this burner if I did on this stove. So, but yeah, we're gonna let that cook. We're gonna take both of these and we're gonna just, every now and then, we're gonna give it a stir so that it doesn't, nothing sticks together, nothing burns, nothing like that. All right, we're closer. You see how thick that is though? And my pasta is about 5 minutes away from being done, but that's a bit too thick because we're gonna add some ingredients to it that will thicken. So what you can do, this pasta water has starch in it. You can take some of this water, and I'm just gonna add that back, and kind of thin it out a bit. And it'll continue to reduce because that's boiling water. It's not going to slow down the cooking process at all. But that looks a lot better. And when we come to the end of it, we may do the same thing. Aha! The only way to know, ow. Beautiful. That's done. I'm going to shut my pasta off. I'm going to turn that way down. That's what we're going to do now. This is fresh grated Parmesan cheese. This is good Parmesan cheese. We're going to add that in. Lovely. That smells delicious. Ding, the dinner bell's ringing. Once again, that's the eyes on this stove cooling off. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take fresh pasta and I'm just going to tear it. Or not fresh pasta, fresh basil. I cannot speak tonight. We're just going to tear this in to the, just as much as I feel like I want. You, I don't want in there. That's good enough. I'm going to stir that in. Oh yeah. We're going to taste it. Use a tiny bit of salt, not flipping much at all. Then what we're going to do, I'm going to turn that off and add this pasta in. That's good enough. I'm going to blend and mix all that in so that the sauce coats all the noodles. Now, if you read a recipe, it would say, 5 cups or 8 ounces or 10 ounces of Parmesan cheese, so many cups of pasta, so much of this, so many cups of basil, yada, yada, yada. Recipes are meant as a guide. They're not meant, if you're baking and you're cooking a cake or something like that, that's not a recipe, that's a formula, and there's a difference. The food will not come out if you don't follow that, but a recipe is meant, there's a language to a recipe. I'll probably get into that in a video, so I don't want to speak too much about it here, but that's kind of unwritten, that the people that write that recipe believe that you understand, and if you follow a recipe exact, you'll wonder why it doesn't taste right. That's all I can say. I took what I had in my kitchen. This meal probably cost about $6. This will feed 3 or 4 people. So that's tomato basil pasta. Looks delicious, don't it? Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.